Professor, I must ask, what happened after we were separated? You look different. The goddess appeared and gave you her power? Oh my...
Alright, it is time to stop with these paralogs and start getting real. We have big story moments coming up this episode, and we have Chapter 13 coming up next time, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so as we watch Linhardt and Balthus get their class upgrades here. Balthus, of course, had some speed to get because he's not a Brigid mage. We venture into the Holy Tomb for that mysterious ritual that Tryleth has been looking forward to.
I will not allow such violence from the Empire. Strike down the rebels and protect the Holy Tomb.
Looks like somebody is trying to get in the way of Tryleth's rightful coronation, or so he says. So we're going to have to get rid of some of these obstacles. And Armorcetus is, I guess, a little better at being an obstacle than clearing them.
So hard.
But we'll see what she can do. Now, Ingrid, what can you accomplish? You don't have a can opener, but you'll see what you can freeze out. She says freezing is often a better method of preservation than canning. I don't know if she's right about that, but she's very adamant. Here comes Sylvain. It looks like he has to get out the fancy cutlery or activate his Thunder Twin powers. So he's just going to start things off with a 69 crit. Wow, he is out to supplant Ferdinand rather than live in his shadow.
I'm definitely tougher.
And Hilda is definitively wrong about that. We'll talk to her about what the stats are later. Now, Dimitri can use Thundershock. I don't know that steel types should actually be weak to that, but it looks like that one was. And the Nouvelle Flyer Corps gets to its maximum level. Sir Felix is going to go with his fellow Tryhard trio member and get a double on this axe user. Unfortunately, he has to tank some damage, so we might need to heal him up pretty soon.
Stay vigilant.
We'll see about that. Move him up there. We'll have Dedue dance up Ash so that Ash can get into a decent position. Dedue gets a level in dexterity. And now Tryleth has to pick a direction to charge. He can go almost as far as he wants. Just pick something, buddy. Alright, we are in position for a curved shot. That doesn't quite kill by itself, but it should mean that whoever gets attacked will be able to counterattack that one to death. Of course, you can't hit Armorcetus. Don't know why you would even try. And we miss a couple of crits there. That is okay. Looks like they're after the crest stones.
Do you even know what those stones are?
I sure don't, but I don't care. Starting to retreat. We can't have that. As we know, the mantra of Tryleth is to kill them all as soon as possible. Looks like Armorcetus is actually vulnerable to magic, or at least from that mage. That's new.
Weak.
Alright, we get to see Dedue's dance moves in action. Some sick dodges. Mercedes doesn't need to dodge, but maybe she should have for that poison strike value.
Thank you.
We see an Imperial soldier healing up one of those in battle with Armorcetus. Healing the other one. And now it is our turn again. Dimitri, let's have you practice with the axe. You know, we can't really tell the future in canon, so maybe just do that for funsies. A Tryleth going to move up with his selection of sticks. Go in with the reinforced standard issue military stick. Take that one out. Now, we have a bit of an issue up in this little area, so Ash is going to help us out with that. Blow that archer away, as is Ash's hobby. And we're going to get to see some sick to dance moves so that Ash can continue his reign of terror. And guess what? You knew it already, but Dedu's dances are in fact quite special. Okay, Ash, now you can kill anything you want, so just go kill this guy, because he's stealing crest stones, which is, I guess, important. Alright, Annette. They call it the killer bow for a reason, it appears, because that
inspired her to go out and revive the faith.
Oh, thank goodness.
And she is taking after the legendary archer of the past and getting those 69 crits. She knows memes when she sees them. Looks like that guy was dressed for cold weather, so Sylvain is going to have to deal the finishing blow. Just go in with the rapier. Got him. Gets up to level 26.
Whoops. Oh well.
You missed the important stats, but if you're getting faster, I suppose I can't complain too much. We do not get the dodge there, so we have to be a little disappointed. Can we get it the second time? Yes, we can. Can't deal any damage back, though. They have developed resistance to stabbing. Our Mercedes dealing a little bit of damage back. More crest stones getting swiped. Beasts acting confused. Do these things have poison strike? No. But this thing has magic that breaks through the armor, so our Mercedes needs a little bit of help. This can't kill, luckily, because she's completely impervious to all physical damage. But she has a health.
Thanks.
And a health is more than no healths.
Appreciate it. I'll cut through.
Now, Dimitri, you will actually use Thunder, since that's all you're in range to do. But it looks like you don't even need to double. Just gotta get one.
You never had a chance.
They didn't. They can't attack at 3 range.
I must keep aiming higher.
And now you can with that pointed dex. Marianne is practicing up with that axe, training with Dimitri.
Really mine?
No. Your power is supposed to be strength. We've talked about this. Now then, Ash. Don't even need the can opener. He can use the power of the winds to blow away even the heaviest of armored units. And his resident meteorologist in training, Cyril, is very impressed by that capability. So Ash, inspired by the dancing, is going to continue and keep the hurricane going. No, you can't. That is an accurate observation, Ash.
That was tough.
Triple-digit crit. You didn't make it look very tough. Okay, Annette, can you land another critical? You can! For all the memes in the world. Alright, Ingrid will make sure that Mercedes has some spare healths. Sylvain says he's on it, and I believe him. Just look at this. Using his fancy carving knife, he's going to get his revenge for that counterattack.
Naturally.
And he's going to do it in style. Mercedes is going to block access to him, and just go in with the killer axe, finally get a crit. But unfortunately, they've been studying up our defensive techniques in order to improve Imperial defenses, so we can't quite get the kill that way. Tryleth attacking with his bow before running away, so that Sir Felix can throw a stick. Oh, that one might actually find a dog with the crest activation and the stick throw. But I guess the dogs all ran away. They got creeped out by the graveyard atmosphere.
Predictable.
Good dodge there from Tryleth. He gets a little poke in with his bow. Can our Mercedes withstand this? She took 5 damage, which is a lot more than usually gets dealt to her by physical damage. She's tanking more magic. It is kind of miraculous that she's not dead. Ash taking the opportunity to absolutely destroy in a somewhat fair fight.
I'll stick with it.
Yeah, he is still on the Brigid training plan. He's just as fast as our assassin Sylvain. Given that the curriculum emphasizes speed, he has to set a good example for Cyril, the only good example being set on this squad. We have Sister Hilda healing up Assassin Sylvain. And looks like we've got some fencing to do over here. Finally put a stop to this mad mage.
What's next?
Not quite as memey, but just as devastating.
Careful, please.
We're not really all about that here. Okay, Annette. Oh, with the silver bow, she can just kill this thing that is standing in Mercedes' way.
That worked out.
It did indeed. How coincidental. Ingrid can build up that spare cache of hit points on Mercedes, and we can obstruct this monster's path just by putting Mercedes in front of it. And she says there's still obstacles in her way. And she, of course, cannot be deterred. Now, looks like this one is weak to pointy sticks. And Tryleth knows exactly how to deal with that situation, so much so that he even gets a somewhat lucky dodge. Sir Felix can also go in now that the barrier has been destroyed. Knock down another one with his standard issue pointy stick. We can get a dance in on him. And now we'll take out another shield. Let's see, maybe... Yeah, just the Iron Lance should be good enough. Oh, a crit! Didn't see that coming. I thought maybe a crest activation would do it, but we get to break down the health bar as well. And we can run Sir Felix to safety so no one can kill him. And we'll use the Dark Pulse to finally break down all the barriers, mine some ore off of the monster.
Move carefully.
And, of course, since Ash could kill anything, but sometimes just doesn't because he's a merciful lad, he'll cut this open like the can of beans. It is.
Shield myself.
Just like that.
Just like that is how you get the beans. Cyril taking notes. Mercedes, that fireball looks a lot more intimidating than it is, she assures us. Heal going down on the beast. Running from side to side, or north to south, as the case may be. Sister Hilda still has some heals in her. Felix is going to just really mess this guy up with the Lewin. Looks like he can get an instant kill.
Next time, bring your friends.
And I guess he says that to all the solitary people that he kills in one-on-one combat. Mercedes getting more crits with no possibility of taking damage back. Dedu going to dance force Mercedes. And, well, can we keep the streak going? No, but we can chop down another barrier and master Fortress Knight. And now we have one more barrier to break down. And how much damage can you actually put out, Sylvain? It looks like the Levin Sword, using your Thunder Twin powers, is the way to go. Doesn't quite crack the health bar, but we can run him away and then have Annette shoot down that last barrier from a safe distance. Safe distance, Annette. What are you doing getting right up next to it? Oh, well, since its health bar is going to break down, it doesn't matter, it won't counterattack. So, armor's broken, we get the Umbral Steel, and Tryleth is going to come from a mile away and just shove one of his sticks in there. Doesn't actually get the crit, so that was slightly unlucky. Now Dimitri has a chance to claim the kill for himself. Thunder does not land a crit either.
It's starting to make sense.
Marianne bonding with that axe.
Oh, thanks.
Felix needs some health now. Gets Ingrid to level 27.
I will get stronger still.
It apparently, I don't know why you're keeping up the strength training, but more power to you, I guess. Miss that dodge, which kind of sucks, but we heal quite a bit from Nosferatu. Lose more HP there from Poison Strike, so Ingrid might be in trouble on her lonesome. She needs some backup. Feudal heal goes down on the Beast. Sir Felix moving in to back up Ingrid, as any good knight would.
Another one.
Lewin takes down the archer in one shot. Now, what can you accomplish over here, Sylvain? You can use your Thunder Assassin powers. Thunder Twin powers activate. And, of course, because Tryleth is on the map, he can just walk over there on his trusty steed and put the reinforced stick inside of that priest, who cares about other people and thus is confusing and infuriating to Tryleth. Mercedes gets the unnecessary crits just the way we like them.
I won't let everyone down.
You let me down, Mercedes, because magic is the wrong offensive stat for you, but we still love you. Get some dances for Dimitri so that he can join Ash on the other side. Ingrid, well, she has a lot of resistance, so we can move her up into the path of that magic. We can use Nosferatu to apparently get a lot of health from this crit.
I could learn from that.
You could indeed, Sir Felix. Always open to learning from the rest of his squad. Ash, of course, doesn't need to learn anything, but still maintains the act that he is a student.
I'll keep it up.
Really good level for Cyril. His stats are not super impressive, but if he can keep that up, he will one day be as impressive at opening cans as Ash is. Okay, good exchange there from Ingrid, given that she had the Nosferatu to heal a little bit. Felix tanks a little bit of magic damage, which I didn't think he'd be capable of doing. Heal going down on the Dark Mages. And now it's our turn again. So, they messed with Ash, and you know what happens to people that mess with Ash. They get blown into next week. Dimitri here to try and keep up. So he'll use Dark Pulse, which I also don't know is super effective on steel types, but Dimitri makes it happen. Annette doesn't have quite the attack from her room back in Garrig Mach powers that Ingrid does, but she has some good range, so she'll deal 28 to this mage, get to Authority B, so she'll get a fancy battalion pretty soon. Sylvain's just going to fence with it, and it didn't live through the whole match. How sad.
Ready.
Ingrid can soften this one up so that it is easier to kill. We use Blizzard. It is, of course, dressed for the weather, given its really insulated robes. But it is not ready for having a lance go through it. We'll use some dancing to get Tryleth all the way over to this other side where we had fewer forces. And he'll go after this Dark Mage over here that apparently was ready to have a stick driven through him. Tryleth quite surprised that anyone would have the temerity to challenge him. But this mage is going to go after Ash, which they should know by now is a mistake. Can't resist a hurricane, even if you're ready for the cold. Alright, Sylvain takes 1 damage. I don't know how we'll recover from that physically or emotionally. I truly wasn't prepared. I should have let you know that that was a possibility. I apologize. Alright. Well, we've had a second to kind of grieve the trauma we just suffered of that 1 damage. And now we're going to try and just clean up, pick up the pieces. And so we'll send in Hilda and the cleaning crew after this monster. And now, so many of those barriers are starting to break down in our mental health. I think that Ingrid might be able to bring down the big firestorm that we expect on every map and help in the healing process. There it goes. Not really a forest fire, but the tiles on the floor are green, so it's about as close as we can get. Now, Sir Felix, what do we want you to do? Oh, you can just deal tremendous damage, obviously, especially when we don't need it. Now, it looks like Annette is in position to get some pretty good damage in here. We missed the crit on the killer bow, but we take that mage down to 10.
A change for the better.
Decent level for Annette. More strength is always helpful for her. It's actually outpacing her magic at this point, so that's something. We see Ash has worked on his first aid, and Cyril gets Fiendish Blow, so he may now be slightly more successful at finding beans, so that he can be the foremost in Almyran agriculture. But we have the Flame Emperor and Medity moving forward on the left. We have a mage foolishly triggering a counterattack on Tryleth.
Apologies.
See a heal going down on the Dark Mage. And now Dimitri has more chances to train with the axe with his partner Marianne, who goes up to level 15, incidentally.
I wonder how much more I can...
There you go. That's the power that is yours. Dedu's gonna dance up Ash and get a level out of it. Dedu's level 28.
The better to serve his highness.
Gets more dexterity and dat charm. Alright, well, over here, we have some work to do. It looks like Sylvain can survive a counterattack from Flame Emperor here. So, Thunder Twin powers activate, let's go. Get the dodge. And we get the kill? Didn't expect that.
Maybe I was too lazy.
You got magic, though. Can't fault you for that. Now, who's going to get MVP here? Somehow not Tryleth, it's Ash.
If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you.
Why would you want to do that?
It is said that our creator, the goddess Sothis, sat upon this very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne?
If you're giving me godlike powers, I'll say whatever you want me to.
So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment.
Sure. I'll take it. Feels good.
Well,
And to attain that power, you'll trample anything that stands in your way. Is this some kind of twisted joke? You are a monster. If you're Seros, granted power by the goddess, then I suppose that makes me so happy I can hardly contain myself.
So, he's finally shown his true face.
I'm really scared right now.
You don't think there's some connection between those two, do you?
They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail.
Professor, are you ready?
Well, I'm a god now, so I suppose.
Well, hurry up.
Alright, we have one holdout from Tryleth's class now that he has staged a somewhat hostile takeover of Garrigmach in the Church of Seros. We do have Caspar on board as of last time, but Lysithea was stubbornly avoiding it, despite all of the choir practices that we've attended to try and get our faith level up. So, the closing window is coming. We need to get her on board so that Ferdinand can finally do his paralogue battle. We'll see if we can get that done. In the meantime, Ingrid finally has an excuse to pick those boxing gloves up off of the hook they've been hanging on and get her strength up to 17. And Marianne has trained enough with Dimitri with the axes that she can put on some armor. She really needed it, as you can see. Alright. Well, I guess I gave you all the tea I had anyway. Here's some food. Here's a teddy bear. Here's another one. That good enough for you? B+.
Yes. Can I help you?
You
I
can
bet you've come to
indeed.
invite me to your class. What with my stupendous grades and all?
Yeah, that's it.
Would actually enjoy being in your class. Quite a lot.
Seriously?
This was a successful interaction, I must say. Please provide me with all the most challenging assignments. I want to be well equipped for the future.
Yeah, just being on our squad is challenging enough. Well, now that Edelgard has declared war on the Church of Tryleth,
About time.
I suppose we have to repel the initial invasion as Edelgard tries to bring order back to the chaos.
They're about to break the defensive line. The Archbishop and the defensive line both require our assistance. We must protect them until reinforcements get here.
Father Dedue, of course, just wants to stop bloodshed, regardless of whether it's just to defend Tryleth. Sasylvain is going to get us started. We have these Pegasi out front that are a big problem since they can swoop in and kill almost anyone on the squad. So we're going to try and kill them as fast as possible.
Whoops. Oh well.
We get another terrible level on Sylvain.
Got it. Good to go.
But he gets authority from being terrible, evidently, which I guess is consistent with his character. Now, Annette, as a sniper, we'll probably want to use a curved shot to get a slightly better than 61% chance to hit. We take it down in one shot, which I'll take. And now we should be able to snipe down the other with a little dancing and inspiration. We also have this other sniper to deal with from the enemy side. Let's just curved shot to make sure we take this down so we can focus on other priorities. Now, Ingrid will be the sole soldier we have over here. It looks like that uniform wasn't warm enough. Got to put on some pants there, buddy.
Ready when you are.
And now we have Cyril joining us, given the huge number of deployment slots we have. He can help us work something down. Let's work down this Armor Knight a little bit. That should make it more susceptible to physical damage. So we'll have Felix run in and get the kill exactly as he continues his search for a dog.
I have improved.
Thanks again for the notification,
Stay
Felix.
focused.
Just blowing up my phone with those texts. Okay, then. We've got a pointy stick here from Tryleth, but it's not quite good enough on its own. We'll use the reinforced one, the symbol of his church, and reposition everyone
My
else.
life was changed forever by Her Majesty. Now I lay it on the line. For the Empire!
Okay, 1 lucky dodge from that mage, 2. Couldn't get 3. Alright, well, he put up a good fight. Gotta respect those green units. Cyril taking some significant damage, but not dying in 1 hit. The Armor Knights not doing great, but they can certainly fight these monsters for a little bit at least. Another monster flying in. Mercedes, you don't need to be sorry. It's awesome. He's not even dead. Okay, taking a little bit of magic damage. Not quite as scary as that mage she was fighting in the last battle. Okay, maybe they can't keep up the fight for that long. Green unit down.
That helps.
Heal coming in on Ladislava. That could complicate matters. Oh, using gambits at a good time, so you don't die? What kind of AI madness is this? Okay, good shot from the fire orb. Knight running away from the front line.
Where the reinforcements were heading. We must retake the strongholds to the east and west, so our reinforcements can get through.
Will that really be worth it, though? We'll see. Alright, Ash. He can open any can he wants, using the raw power of the
I
elements.
must steel myself.
He doesn't have his apprentice, Cyril, behind him anymore. So,
Is this a joke?
his technique can be a little iffy when he doesn't have that in mind. Sir Felix has another jousting match to get to with the Death Knight here. So Horse Slayer won't do it. But if we go in with the Spear of Assault and we use Night Kneeler, it looks like we can just make it happen.
To the ravishing of the sacred place that is Garrick Mark.
Sometimes people need to see a joust, Death Knight. Deal with it.
The time is not right. I will wait for the next opportunity.
You know, the time is right for you to cough up another Dark Seal.
One stronghold secured.
I don't know how we secured the stronghold, given that the Death Knight wasn't in it, but I'll take it. Alright, Ingrid, you need to help us take down Ladislava. Aegis activates, which is not particularly helpful. Can Annette shoot her down? If she doesn't get a defensive activation, maybe. Alright, success. Alright, that solves one issue, but we have several others in this little quadrant of the map. So we're going to dance up Ingrid. And, well, we had established that these warriors aren't dressed for the weather, and this one was particularly chilly today. It goes down with just one blizzard. It was looking pretty good, wasn't it, Annette? Okay, still have some issues since we've got flyers coming in. Sylvain's going to win a quick fencing match so that Cyril doesn't die from getting sniped down by siege weaponry. Now, Tryleth is going to do his best to attack down that flyer, which can still come in and kill Cyril, unfortunately. Mercedes not tolerating any descent over in her little segment of the map.
Yeah, getting the hang of it.
You are indeed Faith level 3.
Skill. I'll cut
Well, Ash always there to raise morale. Dimitri we still have available to try and take this down. 63 is pretty risky. Alright, the
already.
plan is perfect. No modifications necessary. Cyril not in range of anything to die. So it looks like he can just fire orb down this last remaining dissenter to the rule of Armor Cetus, and Happy can throw down a heal on Cyril. Okay, not ideal. And gets some splash damage. Okay, some green units that came in from that undefended stronghold are not doing too hot. Flyers flying in. Is this green unit just gonna die instantly and accomplish literally nothing? Of course. Losing respect from a green unit, friends here. This one's still going strong.
You're natural. Here I go.
Okay. This one went in for a 69 crit. I take it all back. Green units are excellent.
Let's think carefully.
More strategic gambiting coming down from this Armor Knight over here. This Church Soldier desperately clinging to life, trying to make things happen with that Fire Orb, waiting for reinforcements to ride in. Tryleth is on the way. So let's shoot down this barrier, I guess, since we don't have to suffer any counter damage. Now we'll dance up Tryleth, and he should be able to complicate the monster's moving paths, or at least draw their fire, so we don't just lose all of the green units right away. Okay, we get the lore in, and we get to level 28 with Tryleth.
We must all do our part.
Wow, that's an excellent level coming from him. I guess now that it's been officiated that he has godlike powers, he says his narcissism is justified. All right, Annette, we need you to do something. Going for the 91% chance to kill it. We got it.
Done is done.
All right, with the cooperation of that green Fortress Knight, we've made it happen. Now, Ingrid. We need some help over here with these bird monsters. Take a shot. We get a critical to take down the first of many health bars. All right, Sylvain, it doesn't look like can quite hit those birds, so he's going to start on these Pegasus Knights. So hopefully we can draw them out without invoking too many units' wrath and try to kill them. Now, we get some healing down on Annette. We bring Sir Felix over here. Another Onager hit on Ingrid. She is now in dire straits. That green unit tearing it up. Okay, taking a little bit of damage there, but she's okay. That guy is dead. He is dead as heck. Tryleth getting a critical counterattack, such that he doesn't get doubled. That was a lot of damage, I must say.
Still have much to
Gets
learn.
to Authority A because he was officially installed on the throne. Great dodge, great counterattacks. Green unit forever.
Useful.
Healing going down on the Pegasus.
Don't underestimate me.
Just like Sylvain, green units do not like being talked down to. Okay, this one's Reign of Terror has come to an end. Couldn't keep it up forever against all those Pegasi, I guess. Alright, we've got some birds to deal with. Cyril. Alright, go back to that siege weaponry. It seems to be the best way you can contribute to this battle. He'll shoot down that barrier.
Perfect comprehension.
And Lysithea perfectly understands that sometimes you don't go to the front lines because you'll die. Okay, Sylvain still is carrying a bow around. We don't get a crit there, but we take it down far enough that we might be able to kill it in conventional warfare, rather than using our specialized silver bullets, as it were, or silver needles, as the president of the sewing club might refer to them.
Stronger.
You are, in fact, stronger, so that is a justified feeling. Your feelings are valid. Always remember that, everyone. Okay, then. Sir Felix, try to get as accurate as you can. Standard issue pointy stick can point up as well as down. Ingrid, despite being on the brink of death, is going to heal Tryleth of all people. And Tryleth is going to make some decisions about whether to move forward. Let's start by shooting down that barrier in the back. And then get danced up by Father Dedu. And then you can shoot down that remaining barrier. Gotta mine some ore. And what kind does this one have? Umbral steel, of course. And now we can canto up these stairs. Dimitri can now get in unopposed. And Thundershock is, in fact, super effective on flying types.
How reassuring.
And Father Dedu, of course, still connected to Dimitri, despite the
You saved me.
troubles he seems to be having ever since Tryleth took the throne. Okay, bad hit there. Spilled over to Ingrid. The green unit not even holding up. Okay, good dodge there, so she's still going. We still have some Fortress Knights resisting the monster. That assassin going in toward that siege unit. Great use of gambits by these Fortress Knights.
Now's our chance.
Got another one going down, and they're even taking Tryleth's tactics now that he is on the throne and causing some big blazes. I guess he's consolidated power pretty quickly. Right, Cyril, fire away. Oh, well, I guess it was too close to hit with a siege weapon. Let's use Thunder to break down this barrier. Didn't even need it to rain.
I must keep aiming higher.
Well, I thought that last point of dex would help you do that, but we got strength for something.
Is this power really mine?
Yes! Yes, it is, Marianne. Keep it up. Okay, now that those health bars and barriers are down, we can move Tryleth in to fire away with the bow, take it down all the way to 22, and now Dedu will give Tryleth a chance to finish it off. Alright, there we go. We have successfully fended off all of those flyers that were charging in. And we can move Sylvain into a siege position. Let's go that route rather than knocking down a wall. Alright, Happy will heal up Annette since she was on the brink of death.
Ready.
Ingrid can move into a siege position as well. It looks like we get a pretty good exchange with this one. 30 damage. And we'll reposition. Ugh, Ingrid just taking all of those hits. Ash couldn't dodge either. Brutal. It's the only way to defeat him. No damage coming in on Mercedes from anything. You can fire huge stuff out of a catapult. Doesn't matter. Okay. We don't quite get the kill there. That was incredibly unlikely. But now we have a chance to break their siege lines. Let's see if we can make that happen. Sylvain kills this 100% of the time. And given that he's our dodge tank, we can have him move on up. Ingrid, can you get this kill? No, you can't even get that hit. How are they dodging so well? Right, to dance up Tryleth, since he can move miles and miles, but not far enough to hit that one. We're going to move him up there after repositioning Sir Felix. And Felix has a word or two to say to this ballista user taking out
Next
Ingrid.
time, bring your friends.
Oh, pardon me, that's the onager.
You're amazing.
Ingrid's been getting hit with a catapult this whole time. That's more Mercedes' thing. Ballista shot coming down, our assassin friend in trouble. And now we have a nice little Gambit vulnerable formation with Randolph there. But I don't know that we can move anyone in fast enough to actually exploit that. Maybe Mercedes can try to get the splash damage. There she goes. And we hit the center. We do actually get a fair bit of splash damage. So there we go. We've exploited their formation. We'll heal up our green unit because she's just been so impressive. We'll dance up to Ingrid so she can do more of the healing on the green unit. And now we have some decisions to make about how to draw these out. We'll start with a curved shot here from Tryleth because he can Canto out of range or get close to it. And now Sir Felix can dismount to use this onager, and he might be able to get more splash damage done and even kill this central priest. Nope, that's a miss. But more splash damage coming in.
Thanks so much.
Get a heal in on Ash. And we'll have Cyril just move forward a little bit by drawing back that mounted unit. Some damage coming in on Sir Felix. No damage coming in on Mercedes.
Wow, I put in more work than I realized.
We didn't get to see it, but I suppose you did.
Close one.
Great dodge from Annette. She gets 2 in a row. Okay, didn't need to dodge there anymore because we got the double heals in on our turn.
Apologies.
Heals coming in on these warriors. And Randolph moving in. Alright, our green unit friend will stand for none of this healing business. And it looks like our knights back here won't either. Sister Hilda doing a little bit of healing. Alright, Randy. Can you stand up to the cold? How warm is your armor?
Distinguish myself in this fight.
Well, it looks like that cape you're wearing isn't really that warm.
I'm finished. I'm loath to say it, but I must retreat.
Frostbite will do that to you.
My technique could use some polish.
Alright, we'll be able to make things cold faster. Ingrid is now the Blast Chiller. Okay, Mercedes. If you can land a crit, that'll instantly kill it. We can't punch it to death, but we can activate your Thunder Twin powers with Thunder Cetus. And now Ash, of course, can kill anything at any moment.
That was tough.
Okay, we are working our way to the end here. Let's have Sylvain do a little bit of fencing. And we have another opportunity for a meme, why not?
You're out of luck.
Okay, so Sylvain is now in the red zone. I think he should be able to dodge whatever is coming at him.
Fail to appreciate is that we have at our backs a force you cannot hope to defeat.
Well, looks like that force isn't you, because you can't hit back against a siege weapon. Dedu was denied a battle of the retainers before, so he's going to have it by proxy through Sir Felix's use of the onager here. Let's see if we can finish off Hubert, huh? There we go.
To fall back. We still have the advantage.
It makes me wonder why you came here then and didn't wait for your reinforcements.
Thank you.
Alright, Edelgard now coming in. I guess angry that Hubert went down. Okay, Sniper still holding up against this flying unit. Everyone charging forward. Okay, that was a pretty good hit on Sylvain, I'll give him that, but it's dead now. An actual attack coming out of one of these priests. That was a big crit from our sniper friend.
Let's do this.
And we see our knights just using their forest fire powers to eliminate the priest there. More health bars going down on that flyer over there. We have some real good green units. Now then, Edelgard has made the mistake of getting an Ash range.
Regret raising your blade against the Emperor of the Adrestian Empire.
Ash needs no blade, fool. He needs only the power of the winds. You can't even hit him. Alright, in fairness, she didn't die to Ash, which is kind of impressive. I'll give her that. But it looks like she forgot how to fence while she's wearing that fancy armor. So Sylvain gets to have more problematic interactions with women. And Annette gets MVP here. Amazing.
It was foolish to think I could reason with a lowly beast.
Well, Dimitri's been so different ever since I took the throne. Who are all these guys?
Everybody here, young and old, is in your hands.
Wait, I have responsibility?
I'm always in control, Professor. And I'll stay in control until I have the pleasure of killing.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching this episode of Failure Emblem. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video so that I can keep making this content. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on the future of this run or anything else about the channel, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter at @FailureEmblem. Thank you.